Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday, the 11th of January 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Osho Zen deck for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about Monday and what energy is coming up for you. So let's have a look. First card, we've got Transformation, the 13th card of the Major Arcana, which usually is Death. Then we've got the Outsider. And finally, we've got Playfulness. Okay. So transformation, death and rebirth. We've got this godlike figure up here in these kind of flames and a bird arising from those flames. New life, freedom. And then we've got this sleeping person underneath. So this is something that happens within you. So there's a renewed sense of hope. There's a sense that things can change, that you are powerful, and that you can grow certain things that you care about in your life, that you have innate wisdom, that there is balance in your life, that you understand the inner and the outer, or even if you don't understand it, you naturally tap into it today, and you feel that your inner world is just as important as the outside world. And you're not so willing to compromise and to dismiss your own beliefs, because you really, imagine you're sleeping like this, you're lying in bed and you've got your eyes closed, and just hovering above you a little bit, you see this kind of figure in your mind's eye. That would really make an impression. It would really be, wow, there's something big at work here. The fact that I'm seeing this in my mind's eye really means that there must be some sort of energy that resides within me. Otherwise, where did this come from? And the figure in itself is really quite impressive and imposing. So that's the ability. I would like to interpret this as this figure is a representation of your ability to transform your life through thinking and feeling and connecting with your higher self. It's also in black, so it's not about negativity that's going on in the outside world. This is a very personal process that happens regardless of the outside world. So if you're having major problems or you're not, it really is irrelevant, because this energy is inherent in your being, and whenever you kind of focus on it or you tap into it, you're able to transform your circumstances. We've got this sword here with a spiral. So a sword is about the way you think, being able to make decisions. And I don't know why, but this spiral reminds me of the golden rule somehow. This do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I don't know why, it's just kind of bringing that to mind. So you're thinking about how you can transform your own life, and I think the effect of any decisions you make on this day aren't just going to transform your circumstances, they're also going to impact other people, which if you think about it that way, it's not that surprising. And then we have a chain here. Lots of pieces of metal linked together. So yeah, your transformation doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's not, if you change your life for the better, it's not just your life that changes. Your loved ones are going to be affected by that positively. If you make a decision, for instance, let's say you acquire a business and you lay everyone off, then that mass unemployment as a result of your decision is going to transform other people's lives, in that case negatively. But we've got all these other symbols here. So it's wisdom and it's growth and it's balance and it's freedom. So you're thinking not only about those aspects of life for yourself, my own freedom, my own sense of contentment, you're also thinking about other people by simply thinking about yourself. So it's kind of built in to the day that you're being considerate and that you're even-keeled and you're fair in your judgments, and that you can trust your gut. And if you feel the need to transform something in your life, it's okay to do, because it's going to spread its wings and fly. So it'll take on a new life of its own, or this energy is going to be channeled into something specific. And my eyes are being drawn to this swan here at the top, and it really is enjoying the freedom that you have in your life and the personal power that you've got to make decisions which affect you well. You know, the only way you're going to be able to trust yourself and your own decision-making process is if you do make certain decisions and they end up well, and that you have that evidence that you can refer back to when making other decisions in future. We've got the outsider. We've got this little boy playing with this chain here that's locking this gate and that's keeping him out of this magical land that he wants to be in. So it may seem that your connection with other people, we've got the chain here as well, it prevents you from feeling connected. Or there may be a sense that other people aren't as willing to include you in their plans as you're willing to include them in your plans. So I wouldn't worry too much about other people, because this is kind of a contradiction in the sense. It's a chain that links everything together, but then it's being used in a way to create separation and to make things dual again. So going from unity to duality. So I don't think that other people are supposed to be the main factor in your decision-making process. I think it's something that's naturally connected, and whatever you do is going to have an effect. So being the outsider is actually a really good thing today, because you're being asked to transform yourself and your life and the way you see the world. You're not meant to go to this magic playground where everyone else gives you their opinions and then you can decide for yourself. You're not being taught. You're teaching yourself as such. What I just noticed is all these stars at the bottom here. So you're not just tuned in to your higher self. You can see the bigger picture and you have access to all the energy in the world. So this is really significant. This is really an important day. Please don't dismiss it and say, well, I've got these ideas, but how practical are they really, and can I be bothered? Please do be bothered, because anything that you decide or do today is going to have this knock-on effect. We've also got the inner child here. So it's the child who feels rejection most harshly, isn't it? I think. I mean, as an adult, we kind of realize that that's part of life, and we come to some sort of conclusions about that and what it means for us. But as a child, it can be devastating. Oh no, I'm locked out by myself. I can't take care of myself. What am I going to do? So I think that's the pitfall that you need to look out for, that if you feel like you have no power within and you look to other people to make it right for you, you're locking yourself up in this prison, which you don't need to be in. If you realize that you no longer are a child, you can make decisions for yourself. Your feelings help you. You do have a sense of equilibrium within, which has served you so far in life. So why would it stop serving you in future? So have trust in yourself, because that's what's going to make this transformative figure appear. And that's going to inspire you to focus on whichever area is most important to you. You know, if the main thing right now is a relationship, then are you going to grow that relationship? Or are you going to make a decision about it? Or are you going to end it? Or if you're in a hole at the moment in terms of your feelings, how can you create more balance in your life and in your mental health? So it really, the answers lie within, big time. Don't look to others to give you permission. If you do, you're going to feel more imprisoned and left out than if you only look to yourself. And remember, the chain here is open. So when you make decisions, they're going to include other people naturally, and they're going to connect you. So it's by turning your back on other people's rules and decisions for you and really becoming super self-reliant that you actually then can do things which free you or balance you or increase your levels of wisdom, and those naturally link you to other people. Finally, we've got playfulness, and it's the same thing. By going within for approval and power and permission, you're going to feel connected, and you'll be able to enjoy yourself and to have fun and to make the most of the day by yourself. It's one clown. It's not many clowns. He's not in a group. He's by himself, dancing and creating magic. If you do look to other people to sustain you or to empower you, or you look for approval, then you'll feel disempowered. You'll feel isolated. And that's not particularly playful, and you'll miss out on this opportunity to sing and dance and to just live your life in the present moment and to say, oh, this is great. Thank goodness I can think for myself. Thank goodness that I can make decisions for me, because I know what is right for me. I don't have to explain it. I don't have to get other people to understand. You know, sometimes it can be so tedious to try and get other people to understand you and what you're going through. And when the kind of discrepancy between your reality and the other person's reality is so big that you become exhausted just thinking about explaining it, that can really make you feel alone. It's like, wow, I'm sitting here over dinner with this person and they don't get me at all. That's like a prison that's even worse. That's like a prison created by other people, and that can really disempower you. So you have the opportunity to have a fabulous day and a really productive day, because if you're dancing and if you're, I mean, not literally, but if you're skipping through your life and you're twirling around and the magic stars just come pouring out of your hands, that's what you really want when you're creating new things and when you're transforming yourself. Because you don't want to transform yourself into a powerless little kid who doesn't know what he's doing. You want to transform yourself into carefree, a free spirit who sings and dances and has the best time and who laughs and who brings joy and happiness into other people's lives. And ironically, you can only do that by being selfish. You can't do it by considering everyone else's needs, because that's going to make you feel worse than if you do refer to the inner authority, which then allows you to play and to move forward with your life. So I'm going to count this card as 1 because we've just got a little arrow there. 1 and 5 is 6 and 13 is 19. 1 and 9 is 10 and 10 reduces to 1 in numerology. It's like the magician in the tarot. It's about pioneering. It's about being independent. It's about thinking for yourself. So that's the key here. Think for yourself. Ask your own authority figure for permission, no one else, and then have fun and play and create magic. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, please click on book your reading to order your reading with me. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.